Hi everyone, Kador here. So today I want to do something a bit special. I hope to start what will be a regular series. So when you start putting teams on the internet, people of course ask you, how do I mod this character? How do I mod this character? Do you think my modding is good? Well, this video is here to answer all your questions, and I hope to start kind of a how to mod series. And who better to start with than our Lord and Savior, General Grievous. Have you heard the word of Grievous? It's the best. It's how to beat the meta, it's what you want to go for, it's what to win with. So this video I will try to cover how to mod Grievous for different purposes. I will put timestamps in the description. So first, Grievous in the nuke team under HK or IG88. Let's say HK and IG88, that will be 2 timestamps. And then Grievous on a regular team, like under his own lead, or separatist, or like mixed. You can see some mixed teams around that are quite fun. So let's go. So for the nuke team, you want to check some benchmarks. You want to have 206 speed. That's not like mandatory, but that's pretty important. But what is mandatory is a 62% crit chance, and then as much health as you like. So I will want to check only health and crit chance mods. Okay, and then I'm going to sort them out by crit chance, because I want that crit chance. That's really necessary for me. Then I'm going to go ahead and check my mods. So this has a lot of crit chance, but a bit of a slow speed. Let's check it out. This has a very good crit chance and a good speed. Let's keep it. Then, for the triangle, you do want a crit damage mod for the nuke. You really want a crit damage mod, because that's the big difference between a Malak dying and a Malak surviving. This is pretty good. This has some crit chance. Let's go for it. And for the 3 other ones, you want health primaries. Always. Health primaries. And then, let's go for circle. Let's go for the cross. That's pretty good. And let's go for the arrow. I have 2. Okay, I don't have any crit chance on them. This one has more speed, this one has more health. I go with this one. So, if you have quite a low number of mods, you can also just say, I want speed on my mod as a secondary. I really don't have a lot of mods that don't have speed, but I know some people do, so check that one too. So, here I go. Where am I at? So, I don't... Well, that's not really good, because I have only like 1 crit chance mod. So, my crit chance... it's kind of okay actually. So that means that I can wiggle a bit. My speed isn't as good, so I'm gonna want to change that. And my health is okay, but it's not amazing. So let's go back to the mod I want to check again. So this one was pretty good. If I check again, so this one right here has 9 more speed, and I don't lose too much crit chance. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. And then this one right here, okay, I would be losing just a tad bit of crit chance and gain ton of speed, okay. But this one is a crit chance one. I do lose the speed, but I gain a ton of health actually. 5% is amazing on Grievous. So, yeah, that's a lot better. So then, yeah, I'm way over my 62%. Okay, so I can sacrifice a bit of crit chance for speed, because I'm still a bit lacking in speed. Actually know my mods, you know, so I know the best way to do so would be to go for that mod right there. That's a lot better again. So 209, 63%, perfect. 104,500 health, pretty good. And this is a set I am using, under the HK lead. 209 speed, 62 and plus % crit chance, as much health as I can. Pretty good. So for the nuke, this kind of stuff. Then the IG88 lead. So my opinion recently really is that the IG88 and IPD nuke is the best version of the nuke. The Zeta-less one. I actually think the Zeta-less version of the nuke is better than the Zeta one where people try to put target lock on Malak. Because when they don't put target lock on Malak, they straight up lose. So I like my version better. Okay, that's only my opinion though. So, exactly the same thing. You want basically the same sets. You want 2 health and 1 crit chance set. You want 206 speed. You want as much health as you can have, but you want 72% crit chance. So my mods actually don't allow me to do that. So I'm going to try to find the sweet spot between all of this. So I'm going to put back this mod because it gives crit chance on a mod that didn't have any. Then I'm going to check my mods. I know that I don't have the arrow I could use there. I could go for this one. See, that has quite a lot of crit chance, but speed. So again, secondary, health, can't really go with that one. So health primary, sorry. Health primary, can't win crit chance there. I could win some speed. If needed, I can win 3 speed. There, no crit chance. And there, so of course, no primary. So by crit chance, I know I can win some here. I know I can win some here. But I would lose 9 speed. There, I would win some speed. But that's not a crit chance mod. So I would actually lose a lot more crit chance than I would win. I could try and put a crit chance mod there, but I don't have a crit damage one that is high enough. I have this one, it has no crit chance. So if I try to do this, I actually end up losing crit chance. So I can't really do that, can I? But I'm pretty okay with that. So that's kind of a pretty good mix of stats. 201 speed, that's too low. That's really too low. I will explain why. 67% crit chance, that's okay. That's not good enough, that's okay. I would like this to be at 72%, and I'm actually chasing for mods like an arrow with crit chance, or better crit chance on these mods, or something, stuff like this. That's 4% left to RNG. Let me tell you, when I climb, I see these 4% all the freaking time. I know that's pattern recognition, but you're really under the impression that the game is kind of fucking with you. Yeah. 201 speed, that's too low. Why? Because if you want to know if you play before someone else in the game with BB-8, you do a quick little calculus that is your speed, so 201, divided by 0.6. Trust me on this, like BB-8 gives you 40%, so you have 60% left, so you divide by 0.6, that makes 335. So I know that with 201 speed, I can't beat a team that has a 335, like Raven or Malak is a risk, yada yada. So I check the speeds first, and if I see that they have a 335 speed on their team, I don't use the nuke. I do advise 206 because if you divide 206 by 0.06, you get 343.53. So you can beat any Raven and Malak team that has less than this. So any 342 speed. That's really freaking high. That means you can only not beat like the 20-30 best teams in the game. That's basically it. And if you just are too slow, just slapping more speed. Sometimes in my shard, I find some guys that have better speed than 335. So I slap this mod in. 204. I still lose some crit chance and I don't like it. But that means I can beat those guys. And when that's not enough, I do have a guy in the 340s. Well, I slap back this mod right there. This mod right there, sorry. I'm back at 209. I do lose quite a bit of crit chance, so there's like 10% left to RNG, and that's really dreadful sometimes. But I can beat 348 speed with that. Okay? So, speed depends on the team you face. Crit chance can leave some room to RNG, and health, if you don't have enough, you don't have enough damage at all. Okay? So these are your 3 benchmarks. I don't check any for the IG88 lead. okay? Because I don't have the right mod for this, because my modding, well, I do play since like a bit more than a year, so my mods aren't like the best I could have. You might have better mods than me. Next, if you don't intend to play Grievous on the nuke, if you intend to play Grievous in a separatist team, in a mixed team, and especially if you intend to play him on defense. So, pretty easy. Uncheck crit chance, you just want health mods, of course. I mean, all his damage comes from health. Then, for the square and the diamond, you will want to sort your mods by percent health. Let me explain why. Going gear 13, this isn't true for gear 12.5. If you don't have your Grievous at gear 12, don't even bother. He sucks. You want your Grievous to be at least gear 12.4.5 to him to be a viable character. Okay? Okay. So, if your Grievous is 12.5, go for flat health secondaries. Okay? Okay. If he's gear 13, percent health is a lot better for your health pool than flats. Let me demonstrate. This mod has a 4.44% health on it. I'm going to slap it in. Okay. Then I'm gonna sort by flat health. That's not really high, but that's still pretty good. That's 1,000. So with a mod with 1,000 flat, I would be losing 1,600 health. That means the 444% was accounting for 2,006 or 700, which is absolutely huge, and you don't get flat health that high. So you go for percent. But the thing to know is, if the mod has a percent primary, it can't have a percent secondary. So this only works for the square and the diamond, and the triangle if you don't use a health one, but spoiler alert. So again, gonna sort by percent health, and oh, a 5%. So you can see this one as a 5% and more, but that's crit damage, so I would be losing some health. Slapping it in. Okay, confirming that. Then for these ones, well, I know they can have a percent. So I'm gonna go with flat health. This has a lot. This has a lot. And this, well, this is not health primary, because I forgot to check this little thingy. And again, I'm back to my only 2. So this is fine. So this is pretty okay. I'm gonna go for it. I just want health, basically. I am, though, losing a bit of speed. So I know my mods, so I know I have this mod right there. So it doesn't have health at all, but it has quite a bit of speed and of protection. So if I would be to slap this mod in, I would win 10 speed, losing 1,500 health, a bit less than that, 1,300. That hurts, you know, but I'm winning 3,000 protection. So I'm losing a bit of health and damage, but I'm gaining in tankiness and in speed. And in, well, damage you don't care about, a bit in armor, but that's like not really relevant. So, well, don't quote me on that, that is relevant, but not as much as 10 speed. If Grievous, you still want him to be quite, like, not freaking snail, you know. So I'm going to slap this one in, because of the extra speed. And then, finally, the big debate. The big debate is, outside of nuke, because nuke is always crit damage, do you want a crit damage or a health on your triangle? Well, my opinion, and that's only my opinion, is that you want a health one. Because the start of the debate at some point was that, if you are using a crit damage, but you don't crit, you're using basically nothing. And that's absolutely right. And especially if you leave your team on defense. On defense, the AI is a pile of stupid shit, and it will always use the AoE. The AoE is the attack that scales the less with Grievous health. It does like 18% of Grievous health. The basic is 25, the crawl is 30. Okay? Okay. So, if you don't crit, you actually do like pretty damage. And Grievous crit chance is pretty good, but it's not that high. It's not like the 100% you get on the nuke team because you are using a lead just for this. So, you're not going to crit every time at all, and you're going to fight against what the opponent is sending at you, and they can have crit immunity, they can have crit avoidance like Jolie and stuff like this. So yeah, they will be using high-end teams, and high-end teams don't get, well, I'm not saying they don't get crit that much, but most of them have some stuff to go around crits. So if you want your Grievous to be the best all-around character, especially in defense when you don't choose what he fights against, I strongly recommend that you go for a health triangle. So for me, that's gonna be this bad boy right there. Still losing a bit of crit chance. Here you go. I like this a lot. Pretty good health, pretty good speed. All I need. Again, I can put my Grievous health to be like really high. Actually, that's like top 20 world health, because I kind of went a bit ham on health mods between Grievous and Band-Aid, but I do this for the speed. So here you go: health, 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 and health, and speed. And if you can slap in some potency and crit chance on the secondaries, that's kind of fine. If you have crazy crit chance secondaries, like if this would be like 60 and more, okay, maybe you can do a crit chance triangle. But if you don't have that, keep a health triangle. Okay? Okay. Potency is pretty good, but you don't care that much, because you will stack some potency with Grievous lead. If you don't have Grievous lead, potency can be quite good because you know target lock, but that's kind of all there is to it. Tenacity, you don't need that much because Grievous cleanses himself. Protection, I mean survivability is still good, so that's kind of okay. The sooner the protection drops, the sooner he gets the mark. So you might not want protection actually on your Grievous. I like to have some, you know. It does regen it, and with B1 regens based on Grievous protection. So I like to have some too. Little like quick subtlety there. Okay, that covers Grievous. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you don't have any more questions about Grievous modding. If I just triggered you because you're the kind of guy to say, oh, you absolutely want a crit damage triangle, shut up, that's only my opinion. And if you want me to cover any other tune, please just ask in the comments or on my own Discord. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you next time.